Hey everyone, this is Kiki, and if you want to see how I made this beautiful pink rose set, stick around. Okay, so we're going to get right into this set. So for my nails, I'm using the long coffin nail tips that I have. And for this set, I actually have done it before. This design, I posted it on my TikTok page, and I also made a purple version of it as well. But for this one, it's going to be a little different because I'm going to be adding some ombres and some rhinestones to it, which you saw at the beginning of the video. So first things first, I'm adding the base color for this. So I'm going to be using the jelly color from Madam Glam, and it's got a little pink tinge to it. It does get a little dark, so I just added a very thin layer because I just wanted like a little tint of color, but not too much. And then I end up taking the nails and putting them in the lamp for 60 seconds. After curing the nails in the lamp for 60 seconds, now I'm going in with a foil gel from the Beatles brand, and I'm going to put that right on top, and I'm going to cure the nails again in the lamp for 60 seconds. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out my transfer foils, and for my transfer foil I'm going to be using these rose foils right here, and they are transparent as far as like the clear background, so the pink will show right through the roses, and that's what I'm going to be using for my nails. Now, once I figure out where I want to place my roses at, I just went ahead and pressed the transfer foil really close to the nail, making sure I'm rubbing it in, scraping it on, all that stuff. Now, the only trick with transfer foils is that sometimes you still don't get the full image transferred on into the nails, and so what happens is that you might get some spots here and there. So what I usually do is I'll put a second coat of the art foil gel polish onto the nails, and then I'll cure it for another 60 seconds. And then once the surface is nice and tacky, then I'll just take the transfer foil and just reapply it onto that spot where it's not filled in at. As you see, I'm doing it right here on that side that I feel like there's still not enough flowers on. And then once I do that, then I go ahead and I just do that for the other nails. And sometimes you get a full transfer, sometimes you don't. So sometimes you do have to do that second coat. But yep, so I'm just taking a foil gel, placing it right where I want to place my flowers at, making sure I focus on the top part because that ombre is going to be at the bottom, and then just, you know, transfer it over. After transferring all the flowers onto the nails, this is how they end up coming out, and now we're about to go ahead and apply the acrylic. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and apply the acrylic onto the nails. Now, my first mistake was that I meant to add top coat onto the transfer foil before I applied the acrylic. And the reason why that is really important to add that top coat is because I forgot that the monomer does melt with the transfer foil. So like what happens is that it kind of like makes the designs droopy and kind of start to melt off. And I should have added the top coat first, but I didn't realize this until like the end of the set. And then I was like, oh crap, I forgot to add the top coat. But it was too late, so I just went ahead and finished it. And I didn't really care about how the nails was going to come out anyways, as far as on me, because it's my set. But if it was somebody else's set, I would have probably started all over. But yeah, so that was one mistake and one step I did forget to do. But Otherwise than that, it still came out good. I just had to be careful with how I applied the acrylic. I didn't want to apply it too aggressively because I did not want to smear the flowers at all. But yeah, so I'm applying the clear acrylic on top just to add a little bit of thickness and also help to make the ombre blend in a lot more easier. So that is what I'm doing right over here. Okay, so then after adding the clear, now I'm going to add my nude acrylic for the ombre, and I decided to leave one nail out for just a solid nail because that's where I'm going to put the bling at. But for the other nails, I'm just adding my nude acrylic on top of the nails, and then I'm going to add some clear on top to help build the nail shape back up and also to help protect the ombre when I'm filing and buffing. And then the last step to building these nails is filing and buffing. So I'm using my sanding bit to shape the nails up real good, and then I'm going to use my nail file to help making sure that that coffin shape is nice and shaped. Okay, so after buffing, shaping the nails and all that good stuff, now I'm going to be applying my rhinestones. So I'm going to be using Mia Secret's resin glue, which I absolutely love. I've been using it for years. I only use this glue if I'm applying just a few rhinestones here and there. If I'm doing like a full bling, then that's the only time that I'll use a UV gel rhinestone glue that you have to put under the lamp for. With this one, you don't have to use a UV lamp. It actually dries pretty fast on its own. So you do have to kind of like figure out where you're going to put your rhinestones at before you just place it on the nail, because once it gets on the nails, it pretty much dries pretty quickly. Now sometimes if it doesn't dry all the way, they do have a activator spray which you spray on right after you apply your rhinestones, and what it does is it speeds up the drying process, so you don't have to wait forever for it to dry on its own, and it just works really good. Like, my rhinestones stay on all day every day, and I don't see anything falling off my nails until like a week or maybe a week and a half after, but it's a really good product. So right now for this, I just applied that pearl rhinestone, that glass rhinestone that I used for my other set. If you haven't seen my other video, I have done kind of like a bling ombre set that you can see here, but otherwise than that, I just applied that bigger pearl rhinestone in the middle, and then I'm putting AB rhinestones on the sides. Okay, so to finish the nails off, now I'm going to add the non-wipe top coat on each and every nail, and then I make sure that I wipe down the sides and the nail tip before I cure them, just to help make sure that the shape is still nice and sharp without it being too bubbly or too wide from the top coat. After curing the nails for 60 seconds, this is how the nails end up coming out, and it is so pretty. I absolutely love that pink background. It's kind of like that transparent pink, but then you got that rose all up in the mix there, so it just really brings out this set. And I was so happy to do this design for a second time, but I was able to put a little twist to it. The little rhinestones just add a good accent to the nails without being too overpowering. So this is a really beautiful simple set right here, and yeah, it's just just pretty. So if y'all really like this video and you like this set, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel for more nail content. And also go ahead and follow me in my other social media pages as well, TikTok, Instagram, and on Facebook. I'll see y'all on my next video. Don't forget to again subscribe to my channel if you love the content here, and I'll see y'all on my next one. All right, have a good one. Bye.